Shocking news out of Comic-Con. Michael C. Hall will be back for a new Dexter series called Dexter Resurrection, taking place in the present day after the events of New Blood. But how the heck does this make sense? Let's talk about it. Dexter is one of the most polarizing shows of all time, with the highest of highs and the lowest of lows, and no matter how awful the original series finale was, you cannot deny how good early Dexter was, and how Dexter Morgan is one of the most iconic television characters of all time. But no matter how much I love Dexter, I'm still sitting here super confused about how Dexter Resurrection can even happen, especially since Michael C. Hall himself said New Blood finished his story as Dexter, and our podcast confirmed with one of the directors and showrunners during an interview that he was definitely done after New Blood. But this is not a hoax, he is back, so let's run through some scenarios here and let's see if we can figure this out. The first obvious scenario that many people are talking about is the long-rumored continuation of Harrison's story, where Michael C. Hall as Dexter plays the Harry role for Harrison. This seems like where Showtime wanted to go with the story, but the backlash from New Blood and the description of this new show makes me think this story has been scrapped. From what I hear, it seems that Dexter will be alive and the main character of this new show. The next scenario is that he survives the gunshot, maybe was in a coma or something, and somehow eventually escapes and he's on the run. And from there, we get a story similar to The Fugitive starring Harrison Ford, but of course, Dexter's actually guilty in this one. Number 3 is he survives the shot, he gets arrested, and now it's 4 years later since they did say it's present day, and the police need his help with the crime, so they go to him. Similar to something like Hannibal Lecter or many of the other scenarios we've seen in TV shows and movies in the past. And of course, he gets out somehow, and we go from there. Number 4 is a scenario I actually like that would be pretty ironic, and it's that he was shot, he survived, he was arrested, but then he was set free under a technicality similar to the criminals he hunted in the OG TV show. Number 5 is the majorly cliche, it was all a dream scenario where everything from him getting caught and put in the jail cell was his imagination or him playing out possible scenarios in his head, basically retconning the finale of New Blood. Number 6 is some kind of straight up let's forget New Blood even happened and start over. This is the least likely scenario because the announcement said Resurrection takes place after New Blood. But honestly, at this point, I'm so confused that Michael C. Hall's back as the main character that I'll believe anything is possible. And lastly, a scenario that I think would be awful is that Dexter trained Harrison to shoot him somewhere that wouldn't be fatal, and he fakes his death again, and they're actually on the same side, Dexter and Harrison together. New Blood really has way too many things that happen that would be major plot holes for the scenario, but again, who knows? Most of these scenarios are tough because honestly, Dexter's at his best when he's hiding in plain sight with everyone loving him and having no idea he's actually a killer. A New Blood continuation would basically destroy that. Let's be honest, I'm going to watch either way, but the only scenario that I really like would be Dexter getting exonerated on a technicality and him quote-unquote technically being innocent and then moving forward with the story. With him either disappearing again or continuing to live in an awkward-ass scenario where everyone wants him to be in jail, but he's free. And he wants to continue hunting, but now he's got everyone watching over him. I'm actually one of the few people who liked New Blood and was fine with the decision to kill him in the finale, but I just had a lot of problems with the execution. There are way too many questions, Dexter was way out of character, and it just seemed really messy. But again, I'm of the opinion that yes, even though it's a TV show and he's our guy, he's still a serial killer and his end should be getting caught or killed. I thought New Blood closed the book on his story, but we're back and there will be plenty to talk about. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Please hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed this video.